What's up? Welcome to my crib. So I have the weekend off from St. Louis FC. We played last Thursday. This is the weekend right now, and we don't have another game till the following weekend. So we have like a 10-day gap between games. So we got like 2 days off. So Mimi and I decided to come up to Chicago. A few other teammates are here as well with their girlfriends, so we'll probably meet up with them tonight. But yeah, just exploring the city, doing the touristy things. So let's go explore Chicago.
So I just did about like a half an hour cardio, like 35 minutes. I wanted to burn 500 calories because I'm eating like crap this whole weekend. I had like fried chicken and waffles. I'm just not like eating healthy at all. So I just want to get like burn 500 calories just to to make it a little bit better, even though you shouldn't just work out and eat bad. You should be eating healthy. I want to get a little lift in right now. It's not that much in this gym. All we have is like dumbbells, one bench, and a little cable pull-up system. For the cardio, I just want to do low intensity. I just want to watch some YouTube videos, just kind of zone out. And I did 30 minutes at the steady state just to get 500 calories in. It wasn't like a cardio session to improve my fitness. It's literally just to burn calories so I could eat like crap this whole weekend. I also forgot my shoes, so I had to do that 30 minutes of cardio with Vans. Feel the other way.
Just finished a good workout. I did legs yesterday, so I just wanted to do like kind of like arms, calves, just kind of like accessory stuff. It wasn't the best gym, so I couldn't do like compound movements or anything. So I just kind of like had fun with it, did some like supersets. Just wanted to get a good sweat in, but it was a good workout actually. And now my fried chicken and waffles that I have for breakfast is probably about a quarter burned off. Things I do, the things you do.
Yeah.
Had a really good time just exploring Chicago. Even though the weather was bad, it was still really fun to get out of St. Louis and just do something different. And it was cool that Sebastian and his girlfriend and Ivan and his girlfriend came up, so we kind of had a fun group. Now we're just driving back to St. Louis, and I thought that I could kill like 2 birds with 1 stone and do a question and answer to celebrate passing 90,000 subscribers while I'm just driving back. I want to thank all you guys for subscribing, watching, liking the video. It honestly means a ton, and it's been growing really fast, and it's growing so fast because you guys have been so engaged with the videos. You've been clicking on them, and you've been liking them, and it just means a lot to me. So I just want to thank all of you who really, support me so much. It means a lot. So let's just get into this question and answer now. So all these questions were asked on my Instagram page, become_elite. I just posted a picture and asked you guys to ask questions in the comments section. So yeah.
Were you a diligent student with academic aspirations?
Yeah. So in high school, middle school, I was pretty much straight A's. I had like a 3.85 unweighted GPA and like a 4.2 weighted GPA. So I was really focused in school because at that time I really didn't know if I was going to be a professional soccer player or not. I mean, it was something I wanted to do. But my parents always stressed the importance of academics and, being just successful in whatever you do. And so I was pretty much straight A's. And then in college, I came in, had like a 3.4 GPA. And then as I started to get more and more serious about soccer, my GPA started to slip a little bit just because I was putting so much time, energy into that. And I was so close to becoming a pro. But I've always been a very diligent student.
How do you find your position?
I really don't think, especially as you're younger, that you should be so focused in on one position. I think that you should learn how to play a multitude of positions, because the more positions that you can play, the more chance you have at making that spot on the team. For example, when I was younger, I could play defense, center back, outside back, center mid, defensive center mid, attacking mid. I could play left or right winger, and I could play forward. I could literally play every single position on the field. And that was great because if I was on the bench or something and then like a right winger went down or a left back went down or a center back got pulled out of the game, I always had a chance of getting in the game and playing. So I don't think that you should ever be locked into a position. I think you should just play wherever you can, and you'll find out, like, it will take care of itself.
What are your plans for the next few seasons in your career?
I don't really even plan more than a week ahead because things change so rapidly and there's just so much that can happen. Obviously, I want to progress as fast as I can and make it to the MLS or play in the first division league somewhere, but like having a plan is almost kind of ridiculous just because you have no idea what's going to happen. So my plan, honestly, is just to perform in the next training, have a great week, play well in the game. That's my plan right now. It's just very in the present.
What advice do you have after you make a mistake in a game?
Forget about it. The best players in the world make mistakes all the time in games. The best players, like if you watch Messi, he loses the ball a lot. If Messi can lose the ball, then how am I expected not to lose the ball? So just forget about it, move on, and just don't let it affect your next touch or your next pass.
What is the most beautiful memory in your career?
That's a good one. I would say the very first time that I got into a professional game, it was a friendly game against Atlas, the first division team from Mexico, and it was against Sac Republic, and I was currently just a training player with Sacramento Republic, but I got 45 minutes in that game and played in front of like 10,000 people, and it was just, I think that moment really kind of was like the most beautiful moment, to see all the fans out there, to play in front of my family and my girlfriend and stuff like that in a professional environment for the very first time. Even though I wasn't a pro, I'd say that was like, I think, the most beautiful moment for me.
What major aspect of your game would you like to improve to reach the MLS?
Like my vision, I'd say. Just passing out of the back into the forwards. I think that's probably what I need to improve the most, but I'm working on it every single day, so.
Is there a way to gain muscle and get fit at the same time? Anytime I'm getting fit, I lose muscle and strength.
Yes. In Germany, when I was in Germany, I wanted to gain weight and improve like my cardiovascular endurance, and I wanted to cut fat, and I did that all at the same time in 2 month span. I think I added 22 pounds of muscle. I improved my 2 mile time by about 30 seconds or 40 seconds from like 12 minutes flat to like 11:20, 11:15, and then I also like lost a few percentages of body fat.
I just was a lot leaner, and it was all because I was just eating the right foods. I was eating a lot of the right foods, and I was exercising a ton. And so I know if you are working on your fitness a lot and you're running and you're running and you're running, you're burning a ton of calories. And if you're not consuming enough calories to fuel all that running, your body is going to basically metabolize your fat and your muscle that you have on you right now. And so if you're losing muscle mass, it's because you're not consuming enough protein and carbs and fats through your diet. So you just have to eat more foods.
When is a good time or age to get an agent?
Whenever sounds kind of dumb, but when you are ready to go pro, like when you really think like this is the time for you to go pro, and you don't need an agent to go pro, but it can really help open up lots of connections and doors. For me, after I was done playing my senior season of college soccer, I was ready to go pro. I wanted to drop everything and chase whatever opportunity came up. So that was the time for me to get an agent.
Did you have a different plan for becoming pro than the way it actually happened?
I really didn't have a set plan, like this is how it was going to happen. I kind of just was open to anything, open to any opportunity that would pop up. And I followed it to Sacramento, I followed it into Germany, and I followed it to Orange County, and now I'm following it to St. Louis. It's just one of those things, it's like, I've learned that you want to set goals, but you have to be open and not really plan at the same time. It's really, I don't know if I am displaying or conveying that idea correctly, but I have tons and tons of short-term and long-term goals, but I don't have a plan. Does that make sense?
Yeah. What is your favorite healthy food?
Fruit, like watermelon, good cantaloupe, peaches, nectarines, plums. I love fruit so much.
Does your body ever feel like it needs a break sometimes?
Yeah, that's when I take my rest days.
How do you stay in contact with college coaches who are in states far away from you?
Email. I would send them an email like every month or so, and just to keep them updated with how my team was doing, any tournaments that I had played in, if I won any awards. I would send them more highlights of that last month or 2 months, just to keep them in the loop. And you don't want to be annoying and send them an email multiple times a month, just be just in their face. But if a coach is displaying interest in you, just keep them updated with what's going on in your life.
How did you originally start doing this?
I'm assuming this is like become elite. That's what I'm guessing. If it's for soccer, my parents just signed me up, and then I started playing soccer. I've become elite. I just went up to Mimi when I was just training with Sacramento Republic, and I just came up to her with this idea that's I just want to make an Instagram page with drills and tutorials, how-tos, all that stuff. And that's how it started. And Mimi was like, that's cool. And I was like, can you help me? Can you film me? Can we go to the field? Can you film something? And I think I did the Ronaldinho drill, cone weave, and another thing. And then I edited it up and just threw it on Instagram, and I just was like, I'll see if I can get to 100 followers. And then it kind of snowballed after that.
Does it matter what college level you play on in order to go pro? Would it be better to play D2 and get a lot of playing time, or should you go D1 but you won't get a lot of playing time?
To answer the first part, it doesn't matter what level you play at in order to play pro. I know players from D1, D2, D3, NAIA, JUCOs. Although majority of the players in the professional leagues do come from D1 schools, especially in America, there are players from all the types of colleges and leagues and all that stuff. To answer the second part, if you feel like you won't get that much playing time at the Division I level, then you won't be able to make it to the professional level, because the professional level is even more competitive and it's harder and it's a better league than D1. And if you can't perform and be one of the better players in your D1 college, you are going to have a very tough time making it as a pro.
You haven't started the past couple of games for St. Louis FC, and I understand that every player takes this sort of situation differently. What do you think you need to do to get back to a starting position?
I try not to let it affect me at all. And all you can really do is just work hard every single day, improve, try to get better, try to learn, try to grow as a player. And then at the end of the day, it's the coach's decision. And then, I got to respect the coach's decision. He's trying to win games. He's trying to do exactly what he thinks is going to put the best lineup out on the field. And I just focus on what I can control. And what I can control is just working hard, training, playing to the best of my abilities, improving, learning, talking to coaches to see what I should work on, and just becoming even better player. That's all I can really do, and that's all I focus on.
What was your main goal when starting the Become Elite YouTube channel?
It was just doing something that I loved, honestly. I love playing soccer. I love being creative, making videos, editing, doing that kind of stuff. And it was honestly just like a hobby. Like, I just liked doing it. And then, so my goal was just to do something that I liked. I never really envisioned that it would blow up. I had hopes of it, like getting, to 90,000 subscribers one day. But yeah, I don't know. My main goal, I guess, was just to do something that I loved doing.
What is the most annoying thing that strikers do against you in a game, like hard to defend against?
I would say two things. Like, the easiest striker winger to defend is the one that stands right next to me and never does any dangerous off-ball movement. I love that, but that doesn't happen that much in the pro game now. The hardest ones to defend are the ones that are always checking into that pocket of space, making runs in behind, constantly looking to get the ball in dangerous areas. And I have to constantly be checking, following, kind of like keeping tabs on where he's always moving to. And then the other thing is just when they have the ball, that they're unpredictable. They cut in hard one time, then they fake like they're gonna cut in hard and they take it down the line. Or they're always changing stuff up, changing directions, just really good at being unpredictable. And I think being unpredictable and constant off-ball movement into dangerous areas is the two hardest things to guard.
Can you reveal more info on Elite 90?
The Elite 90? Yes. So the Elite 90 is going to be like a standard program. And it's going to be like similar training and all that stuff to other programs that I've made. But it's also like customizable to yourself. And I don't want to go that much more into it, but I'm very, very excited with how many different outcomes or different ways you can do this program. That's a good way to say it.
Who is your favorite YouTuber?
Casey Neistat. I think what that man does with a camera is amazing. I think his editing, his storytelling abilities, his camera angles, just the creativity that guy has is amazing, and his work ethic is so cool. I think that I watch his videos every single day pretty much, and I try to learn something from them, whether it's something about life, something about editing, something about filming. I'm obsessed with watching that guy's videos.
When in university and growing up, did you ever feel like you were missing out on things, or were you so driven that nothing could get in your way and it was easy to pursue your passion?
No, I felt like I was missing out on life a lot. I mean, I don't want to say that I never went to any parties or I never had fun. I had a social life, but I limited it. If I had a big game coming up, or I wasn't going to every single social event out there, and I missed out on a lot of stuff. But I try to balance it. And the stuff I did miss out on, it was hard sometimes, because in college, me and my roommates would be so, especially towards the end of our college careers, when we were so focused on trying to play pro, we missed out on so many parties. Or when people go to music festivals and stuff, and I see that, or people are doing all this kind of stuff, and I'm kind of at home kind of resting because I have a big training session the next day, or I don't want to have any alcohol because I need my muscles to refuel and to get stronger. So I try to balance it. I try to stay focused on my goals, but yes, there are many, many times in my life where I feel like I missed out on stuff, but I think it's worth it. So we have, how much longer do we have to back to St. Louis? 2 hours?
1 hour and 45.
Hour and 45. So we have an hour and 45 left. I think we're gonna switch. So Mimi's gonna drive. I'm gonna start editing this video so I can get it up. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. thank you for submitting all the questions. I had some very, very good questions. I'm sorry if I didn't answer yours. If you enjoyed this video and you're still watching it, hit a thumbs up button. I really appreciate all the support. And again, thanks for 90,000 subscribers, guys. Peace out.